Now, I can't pretend that any grass here at Longmeadow is worth any kind of inspection. It is low quality, and in a way that's deliberate, because I got rid of any lawns that we had, and wherever possible, I've tried to change short mown grass to long grass, which is brilliant for wildlife and also a really good basis for introducing bulbs and wildflowers. But it doesn't matter whether you have a narrow grass path or a great big lawn that you want to look as good as possible, because now, in October, is the time to give it a little bit of TLC to set it up for next spring. And good grass grows best with really good drainage and lots of water. So the first thing to do is to get rid of all the dead growth that has accumulated over the summer, and it could be moss, it could be thatch, and just scratch it out with a wire rake. And rake it vigorously. It will look a bit rough for a few weeks, but the grass will quickly start to grow back, and then next spring will grow much better as a result. Having given it a good scratch and got rid of all the loose, dead material, the next thing to do is to deal with compaction. The easiest way is simply with a garden fork, and just push it down and wiggle it about. And you do this about every 6 inches, and you can feel the compaction breaking up. And if you've got a relatively small area, this is a very good way of doing it. Climate change, which is bringing us milder autumns, means the grass goes on growing often well into November. So more and more of us are cutting our lawns and paths for longer. But it is important to remember that by now you should be raising your blades. You don't want to cut it as short as you do in midsummer. It should go into winter, ideally about 1 inch long, which is quite long, and that will help the roots. And then next spring, look better when you give it its first cut.